Sinclair TV back again tonight. It's the Premier League prediction show. You get a chance to come your live comment, get a live comment in. Yeah, that's it. So Andy and yes, people, welcome to another video. John Sinclair TV back again tonight. It's the Premier League prediction show, and I got Lottie. Is even Lottie?
Hey, how are you? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm married, sort of thing. Not too bad, not too bad. Just getting people saying that my intro's a bit long, so what I did, I cut that down to a minute, and I need to have a word with Sasha as well to either get that sorted or get a new one as well. But look, at the end of the day, it's fantastic. So
I'll be honest with you, John. I was having a bit of a rave backstage. I was sitting there bobbing my head for a good 4 or 5 minutes.
Oh no!
Don't change the tune. Don't change the tune.
I won't. Thank you very much indeed for that. So thank you. And I think Leslie will probably agree as well. So guys, if you like the video, like what you see, please hit the like button, like, subscribe. Also follow Lottie on the Twitter account as well. And also, please follow her channel is Vic Acres Wonderland, which is a fantastic channel, which deserves more followers. So let's go to some comments fly as well. Big up to Eddie, I hope you came, mate. I hope to go on your show on Saturday after I do the one with Macy. So big up to you, mate, and thanks for dropping a like. And big up to Jules as well, and welcome to the show. Don't forget that you know exactly what to do. Share your socials, follow me and Lotte as well. Have a great chat. To keep comments respectfully, ensure the show. Super chat is also available. Thank you, Jules. I appreciate that. Hi to Leslie Stapleton as well. Hope you're enjoying looking for the show as well. Got one from Jules. Got myself, so I've got Mighty Mag as well. Hi to you, and I hope you're good and well. Absolutely fine. And Eden Mighty Mag got Luca in the cup. Big up to Luca, by the way. Hope you're all right, mate. And
it's nice to see another Arsenal fan in the house.
Absolutely.
Not that I don't love being here, but it's nice to have one in the chat.
Certainly is. And Arsenal ladies were on it last night. They won by 2 goals to none against Bayern Munich.
Yep.
So well done.
Came back down from 1-0. First semi-final in 10 years. I'm so excited. Semi-final tickets went on sale. Within an hour, they sold 5,000.
Beautiful.
Bring on the May Bank holiday weekend. Can't wait.
Brilliant. Wow. Let's hope so we get to the final there. Good luck to you as well. I hope you do it because it needs an English club.
Because if we do it twice, Chelsea will be livid. Chelsea will be livid. But I'm not going to get ahead of myself at the moment.
No.
Wolfsburg are beating PSG. So it looks like we've got Wolfsburg at the moment, but it's still half hour to go.
Wow. So, champion stuff. Let's hope let's hope you win that game in the semis. Big up to Alan. Hi to you, mate. Hope you're okay. And Mike's welcome and Lotte and Luca as well. And welcome to I love the intro. Thank you very much indeed, Les. I appreciate that. Really do. Absolutely fine, Luca. And bit breaking. Well, we said breaking news a couple of days ago, right? But we're going to talk about it. Antonio Conte, because he is a Premier League show and roundup as well. I mean, you can tell Lotte's laughing. She's loving it. The first question I got to ask you: are you surprised that it's Rivederci for Conte?
No, not at all. Absolutely not. I mean, it was inevitable. You could see it from his conferences. He had enough. All completely broke down with Tottenham, obviously. But like, you've got to stop and ask yourself questions when you've gone through the likes of Mourinho and Conte, serial champions and managers of champions. Why aren't you winning anything? Yes, I know. I think it was it Mourinho got sacked before a final?
Yeah, he got sacked before the final, before the final.
That is just stupidity in itself. I mean, both of them have made loads of money off Spurs, don't get me wrong, which I find kind of funny. But it's just there's something not right with that club. They're not a Big Six club.
No, they're not.
It's just something's not right. Once they lose Kane, they're going to drift off, and I am convinced he's off in the summer.
I'm gonna have to agree with you, Lottie, because I think he's had
I've got
enough
to be
now,
honest. I got my picture done with the Continental Tires Cup, which is the same as the Carabao Cup for the women. I've had more pictures with trophies than Kane's won trophies.
Yeah, he's never won a trophy. No, Tottenham hasn't.
It's just mad.
I mean, the guy's 30. He's 30 years old, right? And he's given good service to Tottenham, right?
Yeah,
And
I wouldn't take that away from him, but do you want to be that guy? Do you want to be a new Alan Shearer where everyone takes the mick out of you? No.
No, not at all. He needs to win.
He won. He got a league with. Who was it? Oh, I've forgotten. Is it Bolton Wanderers? No. He won a league, but he missed out on the FA Cup a couple of times. And Ian Wright doesn't let him forget. Does not let him forget. But do you want to be that player that's going to be the joke of every character that comes across like Ian Wright? No, you don't.
Definitely.
Because eventually he will go into punditry.
100%.
And that's what's going to happen.
Totally agree. And I think he'd be a good puncher in that as well, Ken.
Yeah, no, he will. I mean, I saw Joe Cole the other day. I thought what's his name? Jermaine Janus.
Jermaine Janus.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
They're bad as each other. He just opens his mouth and he irritates me.
I tell you what.
It's not another great one.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Nah, not good at all. Shocking punditry there. I mean, how did they get these jobs? I just don't know. No, listen, Talk Sports and Gab Bonnell as well. Oh my God, that guy.
That Jamie O'Hara though, that was like this week. It was funny. I think it was the comments about Odegaard. Jamie O'Hara has got such an agenda against us. I know he's a Tottenham fan. He got up and walked out the studio.
Yeah, crazy.
Because at the moment, Odegaard for me is playing better than Kevin De Bruyne, or they're on the same level. It's either that or the other.
Both the same
Jamie O'Hara won't
yeah.
have it. Won't have it.
Massive Odegaard fan. I like the player. I think he's a fantastic player, Odegaard. Real talk. That guy has some proofs. I've always he's going to make the guy.
Yeah, since we signed him permanently, he's come on leaps and bounds. I remember when I was back on Cannon Chow, the boys would not back him one bit, and now I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, you should have gone believe every word that I said, because we saw glimpses of him, what he could be, and now we've got it. That's my captain right there. I'm happy with him.
Yeah, good for you.
So
and
happy.
I think he's got to be up there, the best sim sort of thing, right, you know.
Thing is, you've got to back your players. I've got my own as you know, John. I've got my gripes against Granit Xhaka, but I will still back him. At the end of the day, he's been brilliant this season. No complaints. This is what I've been waiting for, because I know he had it. Because where I was watching German football when he was over there at the time, I knew what he had in his locker, but something wasn't clicking. It really wasn't clicking. So
yeah, absolutely. But it's improved an awful lot. Let's go for some comments as well. Please keep them coming in, please, before we go through talk about Conte as well and what's going to happen to him. So Luca, forced on Saliba out. Chances hope to come back for Liverpool. I think you need to. I think Saliba, you need to get back ASAP. Oh
yeah, no. Don't get me wrong. Holding will do the job. He's been brilliant. He's been brilliant as a squad player. He will do the job if he's not. As long as he's got Gabriel and Zinchenko beside me, he'd be fine, and Ben as well. Because we're not going to have Tomiyasu. Ben White's going to be right back for the rest of the season.
We'll see. I think you got Scott Doe. Holding's doing well. He really is. Apparently, Richardson is denying any involvement in Conte's demise. No one don't know what's going on, Leslie. I mean, wow. I tell you what.
It wouldn't surprise me because he's got that ego where he thinks he's got clout like Harry Kane does. He doesn't. He's this season's flop. The amount of money they paid for him, he hasn't even scored a minimum of 5 goals. It's bad. It's really bad. No one's talking about it. That's the funny part. No one is talking about it.
It's true. Got Mason, so I can't stand that Liverpool's charging Tottenham. It's Blackburn.
That's it. Thank you, Mason.
Blackburn.
I knew it was someone beginning with B.
I couldn't remember. I thought you said Bourne. It could have been. It could have been. Let it go. I'm not awake. Lotte, can you see Tottenham again? Top 4 is going to is going to great fixture this weekend. You know what, Matt? I'll give you the answer to that one straight away. They'll not make top 4. No way. Absolutely no way.
They won't.
You know what?
There's no
They're
way.
too comfortable. They're too comfortable at that football club. They really, really are. Levy, right? Don't want to spend the money. The players are too comfortable, right? And for me, right, like you said, if Harry Kane leaves the club, they're going to be in demise. I'm telling you, because I tell you what,
I know that.
we're going to overtake
as soon as Kane goes, Son is out the door next. I can promise you that. I can promise you that, because he's a different person. There's something going on in that back room. Son is not the player that he was, and like, although he plays for Spurs, he is a good technical little player, but something's not right with him this season, and I don't like it.
I'm gonna have to agree 100%, because I'm sorry, but it's not the same Horman song I've seen when he used to be now.
Exactly.
But something needs to happen. Whoever takes over Tottenham, right? It's got a big job on their hands. I mean,
they've got a massive job.
I mean, Luis Enrique, he's turned down a job. He's out. Let's be real. I'm not gonna lie.
I've got a question for you, John. How many managers are they going to offer the job to before someone accepts the job?
6, 7.
I think it was closer to 10 the last time round, so I'm going to go for 10.
You're going to go 10. I'm going to say 6, because look, Nagelsmann not go there, right? Luis Enrique not go there.
No.
They probably have to go Pochettino, right? Not after last time. I don't think go there. Everyone's piping it up. So Pochettino, come back to Tottenham. No, he ain't stupid. He's gonna look for another club.
But sometimes you can't take the Spurs out, man. That's the problem.
That is the problem. Because whoever goes in, it's got a big job on their hands, man. I tell you, you should go for Tottenham as well. I'll give you the answer after I read his comments as well. So on that one is no. Personally, I think Levy is the problem with Tottenham. He's too tight with the purse strings. So I have to agree, mate. And Endman, I've got your message right, but please no shouting in the room, mate, if that's okay. Just out of respect. But no shouting, no capitals in the room, yeah. The only person who can do that is Joe Linton, if he's there. But for you, Matt, I do apologise. You cannot shout in the room. And we might also say exactly the same thing. But hi to you anyway, mate. I hope you're fine. And minor captain comments, that's from Jules. Thank you, Jules. And evening, what do you think of the Premier League bringing out new ownership rules? Well, the thing is, we're trying to avoid that. But one thing I will say, right, that we're going to be okay. We're going to be fine, right? But it's teams like Man United's going to have a problem, right? But apparently they're going to do the owners directors test every single year on a yearly basis.
Yeah, so they should. They do that over in the Netherlands. They do it every year. If something's wrong, that's it. But that's the point of it, though. You want it to be fair.
Yeah.
And like, to be honest, we've got a great team, but we haven't spent like millions like City have. Like, how many overhauls over the years have Man United and Chelsea had? Like ridiculous amounts. I mean, look at the Mudryk deal. That's the prime example. That is just terrible.
Ooh, 85 million quid, 88 million quid. Wow.
Oh,
and you know what?
John,
and he's not playing. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, this comment here, Tom. He's a massive Eddie fan. Massive Eddie fan.
Eddie Akelia.
Yep.
Wow.
Although he's a Leeds fan, he's a massive Nketiah fan.
Yeah, he is. He said that on Saturday, didn't he, man? He likes it. Oh, John, Mr. T, Rocky Flea, for saying that also did. Hello, John Lottie. Thank you, Mr. T. I hope you're fine, my guy. Big up to Carl Bonnet. How'd you Carl?
I haven't bit back on his fishing lines all week. I'm waiting for Saturday. He knows I'm going to come after him on Twitter. I'll be after him and be like, Mr. Tom, where are you?
Yeah. You know what?
I'm biding my time.
Well, bless him. He sounds a great guy. He's a top guy. Even though still at work today, but the Joes are working from home. Paul, don't be too tough, mate. Please don't. And he'll get finished very, very soon. Newcastle bigger to come from Tottenham. We will be. Well, we are anyway. Let's be real.
Yes.
First cover manager bounce when Ryan Mason takes over. So Stellini, by the way, Eddie Stellini as well is taking all that as well.
Yeah.
And Rafa Benitez should go to Tottenham.
Do you know what's the irony in all this? The Tottenham women's team don't have a manager either.
Exactly. They got a problem.
They sacked Rhiannon Skinner, so they got major problems in that department.
Correct.
But Tottenham don't support their women. It's disgraceful.
Shocking, isn't it? Absolutely shocking. Probably they don't care. Rafa should go to Tottenham.
Don't. It's wrong. Too busy racing cars underneath the stadium.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. That club's is a circus of a club, really. Levy would have to triple Posh's wages getting back. I don't see him going back. I don't think he'll go back. And Jules, remember I said about Jules about Spurs' next manager should be? Steve Bruce. He's available and he is free.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But then they'll be in that position where they've got to pay him what he demands. And that's more money they'll lose once he quits.
Yeah. Very true, mate. Very true. Totally agree there. Carry Shears for Tottenham. Their fans will take to him. I totally agree. I seen earlier on the day that the Man City owner has been appointed onto UAE government. Surely something's got to be done about that. Wow. That is for another time. That's for another time.
Too dodgy. That's way too dodgy. That shouldn't be. He needs to hand over.
Agree. No worries, Ends. You won't know. Thanks enough. Thanks for that, Ends. Top guy. Got one from Jules again. I'll say don't know that word is, but no, they're not. Never will be. Never will be.
No.
Well, we better go for the predictions, I think. And thanks to that Endsman TV. I appreciate that, mate. I will sub to your channel as well, mate. And all good. Talk to some respect, guys. Thank you. Conte to Steve Bruce. What a demolition.
Demotion.
Demotion.
You know what? It's just a little bit Spursy.
It is, isn't it? It is. They're a laugh on a club. I'm sorry. I hope we beat him on the 23rd. How yeah. Oh, I thought something flashed on in a minute. Anyone seen the overlap with RBN and his words on Sir Bobby? I didn't know that, Paul. You got to tell us more of that, mate. I do apologise. I would love to have the Spurs job. I could say I won the same number of trophies there as Mourinho and Conte. Exactly. Right, let's go straight to the prediction show, right? That's what we're here for. And I'm sure we're going to talk about more Tottenham later on. And the first game we're going to talk about is going to be Saturday kickoff, early kickoff game, 12:30. It's a big one. Man City versus Liverpool at the Etihad. Now, Man City, we need to win this game, right? And do us a favour if they want to get close to the title and get close to Arsenal as well. But they could be without Erling Haaland on Saturday with an injury. And Liverpool, well, they've been very inconsistent this season. I think we'll probably go there and give it a go. I hope Man City win this game. So I hope Liverpool don't overtake us at some point. Tough game to call, but I'm going to go with Man City.
Do you know what? I feel like this is going to be a draw because Liverpool have been really poor. But I think they turn up for massive games. I mean, look at the Man United game earlier this season, 7-0. They'll turn up for this. But I think City will give it their all as well. So I'm going to go for a draw. Maybe 2-2.
Yeah. Got one from for a couple of comments. So I do think leave yourself Spurs. I don't think he will. He's not going to sell Spurs, Alan. No way.
He makes too much money.
He does, doesn't he?
And their protests are kind of feeble. I'm sure everyone's seen the other YouTube videos. Maybe about 10, 15 turn up. But when the Arsenal do it, we turn up in thousands.
Exactly. Yeah, man. That is the thing. It's just so money orientated, Daniel Levy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's another one doing what it's to have it over Sodom. And dinner as going for one each draw. Please hit the subscribe button, mate. If you can, that'd be brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. And just going to say City to win by 3-1. And definitely won't be City. We had a terrible season. That's the Kit Kat or Cat Cat. Great guy.
I'm assuming Cat Cat's a Liverpool fan.
He is. He loves his club as well, by the way. He loves his team.
Yeah. Is he? But hopefully Cat Cat's a sensible one and not a deluded one.
Yeah, no. He does come to channel.
Unlike a certain Jonathan Morley. Ooh, cringe.
Not good. We say how it is, don't we? We say how it is.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter if Haaland is out. Alvarez is quality backup of Mason. That's agree, mate.
That is true.
Great play.
Thing is, City have got that bench where there's so much quality there. It doesn't matter if the tap-in merchant's out, so to speak. Yeah. And I will call him a tap-in merchant because I haven't had an outstanding goal that's made me go wow. So I'm still waiting for it.
Exactly. And big up to Static, by the way. Hi to you, mate. He's a big Nketiah fan. I'm sure he is. I'm
Oh,
sure he does like him. I think Stats does like Nketiah. City to win. Not good to go. Big up to NEB. Hope you're okay, mate. Big up to you. John Joe Lewis owns Tottenham, mate. Leader just run Spurs. That's the dig. Oh. If Newcastle failed to make it the top 4 this season as well as next, would you still back steady Eddie? For me, I'll back Eddie. I'm not sure what the owners will think about it because they want to go for Champions League straight away. If you don't make it this season, I think we will. But next season, if you don't make it then, I think getting a lot of people, right, who don't support Newcastle will probably say that they really need a bigger elite manager to come in as well. It's as simple as that. But what do you think?
I know that sounds really bad, but he has no experience of Europe. Doesn't matter whether it's Europa, Champions League, or the new one that they've brought in. I never remember what it's called because I know my team hopefully will never be in it. Yeah.
So
it doesn't matter what happens this season. The guys will be getting Europe, whether it's Champions League, Europa League. It's yet to be decided. I feel.
Yeah.
I know Chelsea. Chelsea might get Europe, but Liverpool aren't seeing Europe this year. I don't think. So you definitely need their spot off for this year. But you'd have to put Eddie in that situation to see how he does. But if it goes wrong, you need to get rid of him quick. But if it goes wrong in Europe, that's a lesson learned, and he's doing all right domestically. You have no right to get rid of him because it's lessons learned. You need to. So it's going to be a learning curve for the team. Although you've got like the experience of like Trippier and a few others who have played in Europe, it's also down to the manager as well.
Yeah. And do you think, in your opinion, right, do you think Eddie Howe would be judged on how he does in Europe? Or do you think they're going to bide in time?
Oh, that's a tricky one. Thing is, everyone will be, if you do get Europe, everyone will be watching. Even I will be. Because it's like, okay, let's see how because you'll be the underdog, so to speak. I know this is a really bad comparison. It's like the Roma women. They took on Barcelona in Italy. They only let 1 goal in. And these girls are serial champions. But they went over to Spain. They lost 3-1. 3-1. And it was 4-1 on aggregate. But everyone loves an underdog story. So you will be basically the women's Roma next season in Europe.
Yeah.
And everyone will be watching to see how Eddie does and how the team does as a whole.
I'm going to have to agree. Because at the end of the day, he will be watched. And it would be so harsh, right? If they say, you know what, we need a bigger name. But Eddie Howe deserves his chance, man. He does. And
He does. But I warn you now, your fans will turn very quickly if it goes really badly. If you're not performing domestically as well as in Europe. Or you can have one without the other sort of thing.
Fair dues.
I know that's just experience from my own fan base. You know what they're all like.
Yeah. I tell you what, some of our fan base, right, on social media, man, some of them, man, oh my God, shocking. I'm not going to lie, some of them. If AFTV is the worst online, we've got to be closer on social media. Let's be real. And that's just me being honest. Excuse me, I see the bigger picture. That's the thing. And Nketiah is a great man. So is Ben White. And John, Newcastle needs 10 wins to get to top 4. Spurs only having 10 games left. But we have to beat Brighton. We have to beat Brighton at home, by the way.
That's going to be a tough game.
Massive game for Newcastle.
That's going to be a harder game than Spurs. I'm sorry.
I'm going to have to agree because Brighton
they've been really good this season. Even though we've taken, even the second half, even though we've taken Trossard away, they've still been really good.
They've been amazing. They've been amazing. Brighton East fixes the top 4 race. 3-1 with Erling Haaland hat-trick. And we just run out as well before we get to the next game. John, I rate Eddie highly, but some fans have a point. He doesn't have the name that draws top players. Arteta has the Arsenal name. We don't have that. But Eddie has 2 years to prove he's all that. That's
I think he's half proved himself already, to be fair. Look where you are within a season.
Yeah, absolutely. At the end of the day, we're doing fantastic.
With us, I had to wait for Arteta to clear out the rubbish to see the good stuff coming.
Yeah.
Eddie doesn't need to do that.
Exactly. So, yeah, just hearing that Holland's out injured, he may not make the game on Saturday. I'll come with Eddie's question in a minute. Hold that thought, mate. Please hold that thought. He's got a question for us as well. Let's go. What's your prediction for the Man City-Liverpool game?
2-2.
2-2. Okay, I'm going to go... I think Man City's going to be ruthless. I'm going to say 2-0 to Man City.
I hope not. I need them to drop points.
I hope so. So they don't overtake us. You never know. But you're saying you hope not. I hope you do too. Let's go on to the next one. It's Arsenal Leeds. Lottie, please take it away, will ya?
Oh, please. Oh, God.
Massive game.
Right, I'm going to wait. Tom's going to spam messages in a second. I can just see it coming. I'm going to go for a 3-1 Arsenal win. We might not have Martin Odegaard because of Rodri, which was fantastic. But Kieran Tierney is going to come for him, so I'm quite content that. But I can't see Leeds beating us at home. That game is sold out. We'll be loud. So we'll be louder than the Leeds fans anyway. It's a case of them being outnumbered again. I think we'll take the points. I'm going to go for another 3 points to the Arsenal.
Yeah, and you know what it is also going so well. They really are. And Leeds, so 14th in the league. They've lost 2 out of the last 5 games. And their goal difference is not that bad at all. -9.
Thing is, I know they came back. They played Wolves and they beat them 4-2. But there was a red card in that game.
Johnny got sent off, didn't he?
Yeah, how many red cards are you going to see Arsenal players getting? There's only one that comes to mind, but he hasn't had any this season. Touchwood, he doesn't. So.
Exactly. So, yeah, for me, I've got to agree with you there. I'm going to go for 3-1 Arsenal win as well. I think Arsenal are too strong every single department. I will say that either Saliba, Holder to come in and do a job as well. Kieran Tierney, I'm sure he'll play. Zinchenko, I hope they find a place for him as well. And, and Jesus is going to score, I think, is going to cause half of the Leeds as well. So, for me, I'm going to say 3-1 as well to the Arsenal. Before we go into the next one, let's go into the next one. I've got Eddie's comment as well. Pardon me. Question for John, which is me. Would you consider Jose Mourinho coming back to the big time to help you guys quickly win cups if Eddie doesn't work out? For me personally, I think that ship has sailed. I'm not going to lie. He's still a quality manager. Right? But he may not sign a contract with Roma because he wants assurances for next season. If he does get the assurances, according to reports in Italy, I think he could be on his way. But would you go from attacking football into boring football? For me, if that means winning trophies, then cool. That's fine. But you've always said it's a hard one.
It's a bit like the old Arsenal song, "One 0 to the Arsenal." The reason that song is about is because we used to win games 1-0 back in the day. I'm sure you remember. It's just 1-0 wins. So I rather win multiple games 1-0 and then completely park the bus and get the trophies in. Chelsea have done it in most recent years. I mean, they'd had the whole team forward and they'd have someone like Didier Drogba hanging back, and he still scored the goals and won the games. That used to drive me nuts, but no. I actually call Jose Mourinho because he moans like an old fishwife. I really don't want to see him back in this league, but it's an option for you guys if he does come back and he likes his money. That's the problem.
That is the thing. And also, can he get on with our Warners as well? Because at the end of the day, right, I mean, he knows we've got Richard's own as feet. And if he did come to Newcastle, he wants to follow footsteps of Bobby Robson because he used to be an assistant to Bobby Robson at Barcelona. So he's kind of his hero sort of thing. So he wants to footsteps. Like, he loves the Newcastle fans. He loves St. James's Park. But for me, we've got to manage Eddie Howe, right? But if Eddie Howe does go at some stage, I'm sure his name is going to be right at the top of the list, so one on the list as well. I mean, the Serbian name is going to be on there as well. I think they will want an elite manager to come in. That being phase 2, phase 3, an elite manager to come to Newcastle. It's as simple as that. But we got Eddie Howe at the minute. I'm happy with him. We see what he does in Europe. And just look at Arsenal, they're a big team, but they've been smashed in Europe by big teams with better players, than we have now in Europe is a monster. It is now. It's a monster.
Yeah,
Champions
well,
League.
if you think Europa's a monster, what does that make the Champions League?
Exactly. I think all of the
you want big players that want to invest in projects, not go for the cash. So, but a lot of people are about money rather than projects at the moment.
Totally agree. That is it. It's all about the money at the end of the day. All about the money. I think the orders will stick with Eddie, like Man U with Fergie. Will he get 27 years at Newcastle United? That's another question. I can't see any manager now getting 27 years.
No.
If it's Eddie, I love that to happen. I really will. And just chatting to Mr. Tom, you're probably right, really. Just what it says to Guy Sports News. They were filming at a training ground. And the stewards are predicting the Leeds United win. That's just the T. Very ambitious. And Arsenal 4, Leeds 0.
Nice.
I'm sorry that Fergie has gone. We can't compare Fergie won Europe with Aberdeen. That's why he got the job at Man U. Owners hire and fire on results. It's harsh, but it's real. It's real. The high you. And I think he said the rest in the bit. Arsenal to win 3-0. Leeds needs to win, and Arsenal needs to drop points. And even to Seftonson, the Houst people, Johnny got sent off. Yes, he did. And this is sent to Diego. And everything's sent to everybody else, which is great. We'll definitely pass on Mourinho. So Paul doesn't want Jose. And question: is relegation battle more interesting than the title? We're going to chat about that, Rennie, later on. So hold your thoughts on that one, miss. Please do. Right? We're going to talk about that as well. And I think Arsenal fans underestimate our results performance against the Big Seven. And
it's the Big Six. What do you mean 7? When did it become 7? I'm sorry, it's
probably,
the Big 6.
Probably Newcastle, but probably.
Oh no, but Spurs and Leicester have lost their spots. It changes. That 6 spots changes every season. Every season.
Exactly.
For me, so in my eyes, anyway. It depends who's performing. So.
Spurs will not be a Big 6 next season. Trust us. Anyhow, we'll work out now. He's got you trending upwards, and you'll only get better with even more money pumped into the squad. That's Mr. Tom. Do you think Arsenal will beat Liverpool away next week? That'd be a tough. We are going to discuss that next week anyway. So
I'm just focused on Leeds at the moment. I'll be honest with you. 10 cup finals to go. I'm not looking ahead, taking it week by week. I have to hold fire on that till next week, I'm afraid, John.
Fair enough. We'll figure that out next week. Definitely. Mourinho would love the Newcastle jobs. That's cat. Well, he would.
He'd start having fights with Klopp then.
Exactly. Big up from India. Big up from India. So. Yeah.
Hey.
Robin. Do us a favour, Robin. Can you hit the subscribe button, please, mate? If you can, that's brilliant. If you could do that, that'd be fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. Big up from India. And come on. Love Arsenal.
You guys.
There you go. We've got goodness everywhere, don't we?
Yeah.
So I mean, Champions League. Also got T-Tom. He's chatting to T-Tom, and Bayern 10 Arsenal. Don't remind that to her, please don't. She'll probably be upset. Too late for the
special. Do you know what? I was in Bayern. I've been there a few times and we've lost. I think there's only one time. At the time, I was teaching and education, and it was half term. It was a Wednesday night. I think we got beat 5-1 over there. I got on a flight home that night. I was like, nope, I'm not staying here for a week. I'm going home. I love. Don't get me wrong. I love Munich. It's beautiful. But after that, I was like, no, I'm not staying. I'm going home.
Wow. Tell you, he's just too upset. But so
livid. Sorry. Although that I was a lot younger then. I will say that. So
bless.
Lose my rag now. Don't lose my rag as easy.
Unless it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
Let's move to the future. It's gone. I think if you beat Liverpool or where you will win it. That's quite a possibility. Or if you beat Man City, which I think you will, then again, that's the clincher for me. Yeah. And these most top managers, a 55% win ratio. So if Eddie can get 18 wins a season, yes, he would keep this job. 6 managers have the rate Klopp, Fergie, Wenger, Pep, Arteta, and Howe. It's near it. Yes, that is a fair shot there, mate. And before you go into the next game, John is not taking the mickey. It shows Arsenal a top team, so a squad would be overwhelmed in the Champions League, and managers get sacked if they embarrass clubs in that cup. Well, that's
Well, we haven't been in the Champions League for a little while, and at the moment, our young guns are a different calibre. So,
yeah,
bring it on.
exactly. And I'll tell you what, if we got top four there, we got to go for it. You got to raise the standards. That's all you got to do. I know people,
No, exactly.
Newcastle fans are quite happy finishing 7th, yeah. But if the chances there for top 4, grab it, yeah. So let's go for it. Don't just settle for 7. Go for top 4. And 3-1 to you, yeah. 3-1 to Arsenal.
Yeah.
I'll go.
Both agreed on the same scoreline for once.
100%, 100%. Let's move swiftly on to the next game. It's going to be Bournemouth against Fulham. Bournemouth definitely need a point because in the bottom 3, and Fulham are going well under Marcus Silva. But Mitrovic is going to be suspended for a long, long time. I don't know if he's going to get banned for.
Deserves it. Sorry, he deserves
it. What he did was shocking. I'm sorry, but I tell you what it is, right? If he did that for Newcastle United, right, and he pushed the referee like that, you know what? I'll say ban him. Ban him.
Ban him, get him out of my club.
Ban him.
Simple
exactly.
as that.
You don't put your hands on the referee. You just don't. Yeah? Because at the end of the day, it's not cool for other players to do that. Do you know what I mean? He's 28-year-old. I thought he curbed his temper, but obviously his temper's getting him back here. Because at the end of the day, it had nothing to do with him. He should have kept his mouth shut, right? You know, put your hands on the ref. I'm sorry. You deserve to go. Simple as that. And now they're going to miss him. It could possibly cost them in Europe.
It's bad enough. Our referees, I know they're really rubbish. They get enough stick. They don't need abuse from when they're like on the pitch. If we were players, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If that was me, I would give him a straight red and told him to get lost.
Exactly.
Simple. I wouldn't even argued with him. There's literally no point.
Correct. Absolutely. Absolutely. And like I said, Bournemouth need to win. To get out of the bottom 3, possibly get out of the bottom 3, and they got some tough games coming up, by the way. And Fulham, right, that, like I said, they're playing really well on the Silva, and he's being linked for the Tottenham job as well, Marcus Silva. But will he get it? I doubt it. But what do you think scores going to be in that game? How do you think it's going to go?
Do you know what? I think it might be a goal first because obviously we've had the 1-0 against Liverpool from Bournemouth, which I was not expecting. I thought it was hilarious. Especially after beating United, then go on to lose like that. That was funny. Oh God, I think this is going to be a goal fest, but I think Fulham are going to get it by 3-2.
Yeah,
it's just one of them games where it's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tight game. But I think it's going to be a draw that game. I'm going to say 2-2. It's going to be 2-2. It's going to be tight, but. I think Bournemouth will need to win.
Both of them are going to be up for it, so it doesn't make a difference.
Exactly. But when you're at the bottom of the table, you've got to fight like hell to get out of it. It's a question who really wants it. And great show. Have a good evening, everyone. Lee Leeson, Mr. T. And thanks for joining me. And you have a good evening, both of you side. I do. So once each. And we've got one that's at 10. It's a 10-game ban. That's already. It's got to be. That's what I'm saying.
Is it? I think that was a question.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a 10-game ban, but it's not been confirmed yet. But I'm absolutely sure, whatever happens, they're going to get absolutely the book full. Silva will, Mitrovic will. Let's be real. But you just don't do that. You don't. But I'd love to have Roberto Mancini or Bobby Mank, Dan Marino at Newcastle in the future. And I tell you what, he's not a bad manager.
You'd have to get some silverware before you track them too. Well, Mourinho's easy, but Mancini, you'd have to get something in the locker first. I feel.
I'm gonna have to agree. Totally agree, 100%. And that is the thing. You got to win a trophy. Simple as that. We got to win a trophy, and I truly believe we will within a couple of years. Oh, before I go, Mitrovic used to book phone at him as encourages that kind of behaviour on parks on a Sunday morning. Do you know what it is, right? Even the Hackney Marshes, you just don't see that anymore. You just don't.
No. Do you know what? You don't even see that from Katie McCabe, and she's the most yellow-carded player in the women's game. Like, and she's just a firecracker. She's one of ours, obviously, but she wouldn't even do that. She's not that bad. It's just terrible.
No. You know what it is, right? Can you imagine that hopping to Brian Clough in those years, sort of? You did that, played for Brian Clough's team. I tell you something now, you'd be out, and you're happy for your feet when you touch the ground. I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, exactly.
No, he'd tell you to get out of it. He'd tell you to get stuff. He'd probably give you a cuff around the ear as well. And I've seen him done that live. Real talk.
Yeah,
And we've got one
no,
from
definitely.
hi to you, Tony, mate. I hope you're okay, mate. And hope you're having a good evening as well. And Tony and Lottie, we should prioritise Balogun over Nketiah. What do you think? For me?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yes. 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 That pecking order for that spot at the moment is Jesus.
Yeah.
It depends where we play Smith Rowe. We can play him in like on the left or in the middle. Jesus, Balogun, then Eddie. That is my order. Soon as Balogun comes back, we'll have to test him out, get some minutes. If he's not coping, send him down to the Championship, then come back. Do exactly what we did with Smith Rowe.
I think we should take. I think you should take Balogun off.
He'll be the wild card in Europe next year. If he's back, he's got him. He will be Balogun will be our wild card. Yeah. Eddie might get some minutes, and they'll be alternated, but Balogun over Eddie for me.
Yeah.
He's injured at the moment, but he's done the bits when necessary. But I still question the sitters he's missed, as I say every show when I'm here. I question them.
Man. Can't be missing that.
You're not going to let me forget that, are you?
I'll tell you what,
I can't get over it.
If Callum Wilson missed a chance like that against Man City, sort of thing, I'm going to be real. I'm going to be either as I did a player.
But Callum Wilson's got the experience not to miss it. That's the problem.
That is the thing. You're a striker. They goes in. They go in. Simple
You'd
as
have
that.
to, if it was one of your fresh out of the academy kind of strikers, you'd understand. But he's not fresh out of the academy. That's the problem.
Yeah.
He's been around for a while, and he's just not been able to get the minutes.
Yeah. Exactly. Got one from thanks to Dale, by the way. And I hope Newcastle go on a run and get those 10 wins. It'll put us fourth, and revenue would skyrocket for us. I mean, we've got to win 10 wins. We can win 10 games out of the remaining games. We can. But we got some tough games along the flipping way. That is the thing. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah, just take it game by game. Just look at how I'm at 10 cup finals to go. Look at it that way. Trust me, it's less stress. I promise you.
Yeah, totally agree. And I've got one for Luca as well. Big up to Luca. Leads my lineup. Ramsdale and Gore.
Odegaard's injured.
Odegaard's not playing.
He's injured at the moment. If you didn't see that tackle from Rodri, rumour is he's injured. And he probably won't be back till Liverpool. But other than that, it's not a bad team. Sorry, John. I apologise.
No, sorry. You carry on, man. But I tell you what, though, I mean, like that Rodri did to Odegaard was absolutely shocking. I'm sorry, but shocking. And a question: would Newcastle women's team with Europe before men's actually let's take Newcastle women's team 5 years?
I'll be honest with you. Be honest with you. The way the pyramid is at the minute, you've got the WSL, you've got the Championship, and then you've got the next level down. You've got the Premier League North, which is where Newcastle is, and the Premier League South. They're two separate divisions. I'm not sure if they run side by side because my knowledge goes to the Championship, not lower down the pyramid. With that, the moment you guys are in second, 44 points, 4 points off the top. That was the last time I looked. That's not the current numbers. But next season they are changing the rules so that 2 teams get to play off against each other to go up. So 2 up, 2 down. So it's a possibility for you next season. But unless the team ahead of you, I can't remember who it is off the top of my head, drops some serious points, you're not going up. Because if you were in that top spot, you'd go to the playoff to get into Championship. But then you've got to fight the Championship to get to the WSL. And then if you know the talent in the WSL, like my team, for instance, and all the Lionesses are in the WSL. Apart from Georgia Stanway, she's over in the Frauen Bundesliga. Yeah. And there's some on the women's La Liga as well. But if you know the talent from the WSL, you'll know how hard it is. Because at the moment, from what I understand, the Newcastle girls are training twice a week. They're not fully professional, whereas the top teams are 5 days a week. And the difference in that, you can see, I think the most prime example of a game I can give you is Leeds. Leeds women, we beat them 9-0 at home. That is the level of difference between it. But if you do want to learn some more about WSL and the women's football, come and follow me over in Vic Acres Wonderland. I'm sorry, John, I am plugging my channel because I do loads of women's football.
That's fine.
Following the Champions League at the moment, Arsenal's still in it. Even if we go out, I'll be following the final. We do the Continentals Cup, FA Cup, the whole lot. And we will be covering the World Cup as well, which I'm really excited about. John's going to come and join us for a couple of shows as well.
Oh, yes.
So
100%.
come and check us out.
100%. I'll be there. Before we go over a couple more comments before we go into the next game. Wow, Lottie, that's a great funness you show for Eddie. House helps to keep you guys in the title race is surely better than Balogun. Lucas said no way. I said so. Glad Lucas Cello said that.
Do you know what? It wasn't going to be long till that. And like, I've watched Eddie for a long time. I've watched him in the academy, and it's just a bit too much for me at the moment. I'll be honest with you. I've watched him for a very long time, and it's a bit too much when you see sitters like at Man City. I do appreciate what he's done, but he should be getting more. I expect more.
Absolutely. When is Odegaard back?
Luca, that is rumour at the moment. I'm not 100% sure.
Don't forget to click the thanks. Thank you, Jules. Thank you, Ends and Ands TV. Appreciate that. Coffee's in the house, people. Hi to coffee as well. So I'm going to say 2-2. You're saying 3-2 to Fulham.
Yeah. Just 94th minute goal, just like we did at Bournemouth.
Wow. We'll see what happens in the game. Next, we're going to go to is Brighton against Brentford. Brighton under the survey, this guy's been absolutely amazing. What a job he's done. Italian, right? I rate this manager. Follow his career as Sassuolo, and he plays the type of football. Brighton fans said, Roberto who? And I'll explain to people what he's all about. Yeah, and that guy is fantastic. And Brentford, I'm told he got an England cap, got his first England game. And Thomas Frank's done a fantastic job as well, by the way. So we're talking the team between 8th and 7th and 8th.
Yeah. Oh.
What again that's going to be?
No, it is going to be a massive game. I'm back in Brighton at the Amex. I can see Ivan Toney scoring or someone else, but I'm back in Brighton to win. Matoma's in good form. Solly March is in good form. They've had a good rest. So, you have to give me a minute to think about this because I'm not sure at all.
Yeah, that is absolutely fine. And I'll go through you, have a think. I'll go through the comments. Everything highlight coffee. Lottie's BD is awesome. That's from Lottie.
I know. I searched an hour in the Arsenal shop for this to find it up in a stand in the stadium.
Yeah.
Mad.
Yeah. 20 things that you're going to get.
In terms of the scoreline, John, I'm going to go for a 3-1 Brighton.
Fair dues. 3-1 Brighton. I'm going to say Brighton win, but don't write off Brentford. They've beaten some good teams. Man City away.
I know. I don't want. I think that's the thing. You can't write off either of these teams. That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
So I actually, do you know what, John? I'm going to go for 3-2 to Brighton.
Yeah, I'm going to say an entertaining fees each game. Entertaining fees each. There'll be goals in it. I'm going to go fees each. Big game.
Yeah.
I think Arsenal win all the remaining games except the one against us. That's in coffee. Coffee. You gotta love coffee.
Do you know what? I'm quite looking forward to the one when we go to Clash again. That's going to be interesting as hell. I mean, the last one, it was a draw. Thing we won here with Rowley. It's going to be absolutely interesting. Alan, that's absolutely fine. Appreciate it. It's not for everyone.
Not it's exactly. Cool. I totally agree. But it's not for everyone. But there you go.
It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I support my club all the way through. Doesn't matter to me.
Good for you, Lottie. Good for you. Big up.
Yeah.
I know Newcastle signed 4 championship players this window, and I watched Arsenal women's team for 10 years, and they are the real deal of women's football, dominated for years.
Thank you, Diogo. Yeah, we have. But it's first time in 10 years we've got to a semi-final for the Champions League. We've never not been out of the Champions League. That's the best part about it. But absolutely, with the leagues, they need to expand. We need our own Europa League, so to speak. I mean, 22 games a year, 11 at home. It's just not enough. Like, you could be in the relegation, win 2 games, and you're safe. It's so much work needs to be done.
Absolutely. We go over this con before. We go to the next game. I predict Luca and Lottie will be on Arsenal team celebration bus with the players when they celebrate winning the Premier League.
Yeah, I'll be hanging out on the women's bus, bringing in the silverware.
Good for you. Good for you. We should
Yeah.
get a top 4 bus as well, by the way. If we finish 4th, we get a top bus as well. But
Yeah.
still, that's
You guys
another
probably
time.
would, to be fair, just for a laugh.
I think we'll do it.
Yeah.
We'll do it. Let's go on to the next one. It's Palace against Leicester. Roy Hodgins coming home against a Leicester side who is in trouble. Both teams are in trouble, by the way. And when you look at the league table, right, between Palace and Leicester, they're only 2 points separate them. Leicester on a horrific run, haven't won the last 5 games, 4 defeats in 5. And Palace, I mean, lost the last 4 games. I think Hodgson's going to come in and you're going to set it that ship, Lottie. I think he's going to keep them up as well.
Yeah, no, the thing is he's got the experience to do so. Unfortunately, both Leicester's teams are in trouble this season, even in the women's games. Palace or Leicester? I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw with this one. I just can't see it being as exciting as, say, of like Brighton and Brentford, unfortunately. But you never know. Leicester do have a surprise in their locker sometimes, so you never know. Exactly. Palace is a hard place to go to as well. It is a hard place to go to.
Exactly, and it's going to be tough as well for me. I'm going to say I'm going to go for a Palace win. I think the players will be up for it. I think they know what's required to stop in the league. I think it's going to be. I'm going to say a 2-0 Palace win.
Okay.
2-0 Palace win. So I'm going to be positive on them. So women's Newcastle women's beat the top side 2 weeks ago. Right. I'm sure. I think we did actually. We did. Bournemouth.
Yeah. So in the table at the minute, John, you're 4 points behind Durham. So you got 43 points, and you've had 5 out of 5 wins. So I've just double checked that. So you're still 4 points behind Durham with 2 games in hand. So it's possible for you to go. It's possible for them to go up.
Yeah, Diego said the same thing.
Yeah.
So let's hope we do it. I think we'll win all the rest of the games apart from Liverpool City, and that might just be enough to win. Man City 2-2. Go for. Brighton Brentford 2-1. I don't mean as bad. It's just no time for me to get into it.
Yeah, no, Alan. I'm not saying that. As I just said, it's not for everyone. It's just me. Football's football. I'm a football nutcase.
Exactly. Ooh. So, God, that's a question. Who do you think is going to get relegated before we go to the next one?
I would love to see Leeds go down because I don't like Leeds. I've had a very major disliking to them since that racist incident when Arsenal were there. Who's at the bottom at the minute, John? I haven't looked at the table in ages.
Southampton.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be Southampton. They've been around and they've been scraping through. Maybe it's time for them to go down and have a reality check. But they've always been that one team that's been around.
Yeah, they got an important game as well on. I think it's on Sunday. We're going to talk about them later on. And I think they're in bother. So you're saying Southampton alongside?
Yeah.
Bournemouth. And I think it'd be Forest, unless they start winning the home games. That is, I can't put a call on it, man. I just can't.
Do you know what? Yeah, no, it's really difficult. I'd like Forest to go down because their European chant is irritating. Like they sing it to City, they sing it to us, and it's like, please go away. We put up with Chelsea. You're not anyone. So they're another pain in the backside, but I think it's Southampton's turn to go down.
Yeah.
So.
Fair enough. Long way to go, by the way. And I'll go in, like I said, 2-0 to Palace, by the way. I did say that. Let's go to the next one. It's going to be Chelsea against Aston Villa. And that game is a 5:30 kickoff on Saturday. And Chelsea are putting it together now, right? I mean, they're unbeaten in 3 games. And Aston Villa are doing really well under Unai Emery. They have unbeaten the last 4 games. That's going to be a tough game for Chelsea, man.
It's going to be a tough game, but I need Villa to win that. I'd love it. I'd just love to see Villa win. Although I'm not too excited, but Villa, it all depends if Ben Chilwell starts, as well, as I've always said to you. If Chilwell starts, Chelsea will find a way to win. If he comes off the bench, possible draw, or they'll lose. Simple as that. It all relies on Ben Chilwell sorting that back line out for me. I'm going to go for... Yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Villa with that one.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. I'm going to say... I'll go with Alan. 2-2. 2-2. Chelsea 2, Villa 2. There'll be goals in it. I'm going to say 2-2. But it's going to be a great game. And we're going to see what happens on there. So that is a Saturday game at the way. And do hit the likes as well, please. And give us your prediction as well. So just going to put the next one in.
John, I'm just going to go back to Diego's question.
Yeah, please.
This weekend, Diego, it's match day 17, so that it is 22. It is 22. So there's 5 games left, including this weekend.
Brilliant. Thank you for letting us on that one, Lottie.
No worries.
And,
no worries. I know some of your guys. I'm trying not to go back to women's football, so I know some of the guys are not interested at all. But I just thought I'd answer that and not ignore it.
No, that's fine. That's cool. Fair enough. Thanks for letting them know on that one. So Diego, hope you get that. Let's go on to the next game. It's going to be touched on Southampton. How about this one? West Ham versus Southampton at the London Stadium. That's a Sunday game, and that kicks off at 2 o'clock. That is going to be one hell of a game. Both teams in the bottom 3, and it will be in the bottom 3 by the time Sunday comes through. My God. Because I'm hearing rumours that if West Ham loses that game, David Moyes is going to get sacked. So Southampton go there for confidence.
Yeah. I don't think they'll do it. I mean, both of these teams have been very flat this season, especially West Ham. But West Ham are stronger at home. Southampton away, they're not great. Yeah, West Ham. It's got a 1-0 West Ham all over it from a goal from someone like Bowen. I think he's not injured at the moment. I haven't looked at their injuries in ages, but yeah, it was a 1-0 Bowen or Antonio all written all over it. Yeah, there's games in hand, Diego. Games in hand.
You've got 2 in hand.
Well, no, Arsenal have got 1. WSL, they've got one in hand at the moment. And that's our Brighton game because the pitch was frozen. So
yeah. Fair enough.
Sorry, I do apologise, guys. But yeah, no, I'm going to go for a 1-0 West Ham win.
Yeah. Fair enough. So second managers at this time is not a good idea unless you have a good backup. I'm going to have to agree there. You need to have a manager lined up. Otherwise, it's no good. 2-0 Southampton. I just can't see West Ham winning that game. I really can't. I think Southampton be up for it. I'm going to say 2-1 to Southampton. I really, really will say 2-1 to Southampton. And thank you so much, Leslie. I appreciate that. Lovely. Thank you so much indeed. And yeah, so that's going to be tough. I mean, if David Moyes don't win that game, I think he has done. He's out of there because at the end of the day, I'm not going to lie, right? He's been really lucky this season because West Ham haven't got a manager back lined up. I mean, they're trying to get Rafa Benitez as well. And good luck at that. Very interesting. That would be interesting.
Very. Especially if Spurs are competing for it as well. That'll be very interesting.
I agree. But it's going to be tough. So going to the main one, I say it's the main one on Sunday. Newcastle.
It's the main game on Sunday. The other main game's on Saturday. Let's get that straight.
It is. Newcastle Man U at St James's Park. Newcastle, last time we beat Man U was in 2019. We were beaten by a goal to 0. Matty Longstaff got the early goal. And since then, Man U's been not just beat us, batter us as well. Home and away. And the last season, we played them at St James 2-1 seats. We should have battered them again. David De Gea was outstanding, considering a poor goal. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
And we met in Old Trafford back in October. I was in Turkey, and we drew 0 each. How do you think that game's going to go?
Oh, do you know what? I'm going to go for the hat trick. The last 2 games I've predicted you guys to win. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for my hat trick of another 3 points in 3 weeks. Purely on the basis Rashford is possibly out. So, and that is going to be a big advantage to you. Yes, you've got the likes of Bruno and things. I think Rashford, if I remember rightly, yeah, he's had a knock though. So it's a case of how bad is this knock in theory. But yeah, I'm going to go for 2-1 Newcastle.
Yeah, this is our big chance to beat these as well. I'm not going to lie.
It needs to be done.
It needs to be done. Exactly. If we don't beat these, when we're ever going to beat them, please, people, when we're ever going to beat Man United, let's be real. But this is our time. And I think we could win this game 7-0, 8-0. I love Ida Coffee. I love it.
I do enjoy that.
Love it.
Does that involve Casemiro getting a red though?
No, he's banned. He's banned.
He's banned. Oh, that's brilliant.
He's banned.
That's brilliant. I couldn't remember how long it was for. I do apologise. Thank you for that. So that should be a bit easier for you, considering he's meant to be the best in the league. Although I think Saliba's done better than him this season personally, but
yeah, fair
that's
enough,
me being a bit biased.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, we got to do the job. We can do it. We can do it.
No, exactly.
Nicholas saying 2-1 to Newcastle. Newcastle hammer Man U by 4 goals to 0. That'd be lovely if that happened. That'd be lovely. And he said, "Isak Viz, we like coffee." And will I need no chance you beating your United. I'm sorry, 2-0 United. Bruno and Fernandes and Sancho. Yeah, each their own, aren't they? So we'll see what happens. So
yeah, do you know what? I think an extra element is to this. You're at home, your fans are loud. Long as you're heard, you'll be that first, like 12th man on that pitch, and that will drive your team. Because one thing I have noticed the similarities with us as well. If our crowds are seen for 90 minutes, we are that 12th person. It drives them on. So I think, I'm going for a 2-1. Absolutely 2-1 to Newcastle.
2-1 to Newcastle. Thank you.
Lottie. I'm going for a hat trick of 3 weeks in a row of getting saying you're not going to win.
Yeah.
With us.
Exactly.
Of course.
Absolutely. And we are going to do a different show based on the preview with Macy on Saturday. We're going to go through a couple of questions as well with the preview as well. Who's been a better manager? Are we both going to get top 4? So we're going to discuss that as well. So we can do things differently on Saturday. So I'll be on the show tomorrow on Devils United. I'll be there at 8 o'clock. So please join us for that. I might even share the channel as well if I've got access to it as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And the last game, let's have a look. We've gone for that one, haven't we? The last game you're going to go for tonight, which is a Monday night kickoff at 8 o'clock, I believe, is Everton versus Tottenham. So that would be at Goodison Park. I mean, Everton need the 3 points to escape the relegation zone. And for Tottenham, dear, I mean, they're just so Spursy, are they?
Yeah, they are. Do you know what? I think they need to turn up like they did against Arsenal.
There you go, put Spursy.
Just pretend they're playing Arsenal, beat them, and just take the 3 points. I'm going to have to agree with I Like Coffee there with their 2-0 to Everton.
Yeah, I'll go along with that as well.
Yeah.
He's got sense.
But,
he's got sense. Yeah.
No. Yeah, no, definitely. But then again, because Kane's all right, it could be 2-1. He will get a penalty. There's no doubt about it. Absolutely no doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's hope that's the case. 1-0 or 2-0. Coffee says 2-0. 1-0 to Rennie as well. No problem. Good show, good chatters. Thank you, Clark. I appreciate that as well. Ready, hold that thought, mate. We will come to your question in a bit. And I'm going to go, hopefully, Everton are a tough side to beat. I'm going to go 1-0 Everton. I hope that's the case. We'll be cheering for Everton. I know a lot of Newcastle fans don't like Everton, but we're going to cheer for them as well. So we beat United. We be in the top 4. We could be third, not 4th, third. Yeah. Better goal difference.
That's the dream. That is the dream. You've just got to fight for it.
Absolutely. That's why I put Spursy down there. So
sorry, I don't mean to laugh, John. I've just seen I Like Coffee's pun. That's brilliant. I'm sorry, that is brilliant.
Class, is it?
It's going to be diabolical.
Exactly. 4-1 there. There's many glad. First we'd be diabolical at the back there, our fan there. Let's be real. I know coffee, love it. Love it, man. But I'll tell you what, 2-0 be for Everton there. And I think Everton will win that game as well. I mean,
oh yeah.
It's a kind of
thing is, they have these moments of genius. It's a bit like Iwobi. He have these moments of absolute brilliance, and then followed by stupidity, and that's why we sold him to Everton, because it fits, and that's how I feel Everton works half the time.
Totally agree. So come on, Everton.
We still robbed them as well, which was great.
Yes. Absolutely. I've got a question there for Rennie as well. Is relegation battle more interesting than the title?
Do you want a neutral hat or do you want a biased hat? Because you already know my answer. I'm top of the league, and I have been all season. I think both aspects of it is as important as each other. But as an Arsenal fan, I'm enjoying the top of the league at the moment more than I am the relegation battle. But I always do think they're as equal as each other, unless someone like City or Man United are at the top. I'm more interested. I'd rather watch the relegation battle, because you just sort of, when the Manchester teams are at the top and like occasionally Chelsea, Liverpool, you know where it's going. Whereas this season, it's for me, it's slightly more interesting. I'm taking it game by game. I'm not looking ahead of fixtures, and it's just I'm here for the ride. I'm loving every minute of it. So they're both as equally important as each other at the moment.
Absolutely.
What is your opinion on this, John? Actually, I want to pick your brains.
I tell you what, no, I think you're right.
Or are you more focused on Newcastle getting Europe?
Like to see Newcastle get top 4 first.
Yeah.
Newcastle go for Newcastle top 4 first. That's all I'm focusing on. But I'm not going to take my eye off on the relegation battle as well, because it's so excited. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be so close for me, right? I mean, the team's going to go to at this stage. Southampton's going to go. I think Bournemouth will get out of it somehow. I think, oh God, I don't know what to say. Forest will go, and I'm going to have to pick a name. I'm going to go with, as things stands, I'm going to go West Ham if they're not careful. I'm going to go with West Ham. I think Southampton, West Ham, and Forest at the minute in time. I can't see Everton going.
That's not a bad shout. That is not a bad shout at all. The thing is,
West
Forest
Ham
have been
United
up and down over the last few years, so
yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me. They're like one of the yo-yo teams, as I call them. They come back and they go straight back down. That's what Fulham do as well, to be fair.
Exactly.
So no, that's not a bad call at all.
I think West Ham in trouble. They really are. Because I'll tell you something now.
Yeah, the thing is, if they do get relegated, it's a wake-up call. They've got a massive stadium. It'd be a massive wake-up call for them. Just like Southampton, massive wake-up call.
Absolutely. And you know what it is? I mean, I'm not going to lie, but you spend all that sort of that money. West Ham has spent about 180 million this summer. 180 mil this summer, Pete. And that's a lot of money. And Ergard, I like Ergard at the back. That guy's brilliant. That guy's a brilliant defender. Can't lie. But look at the midfield, Paquetá, right? Could have joined Newcastle. Up to go to West Ham.
Do you know what? He's absolutely class. Do you know what? I would have loved to see him alongside Bruno. Your Bruno.
My Bruno, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I take him on loan. If they get relegated, I take him on the season on loan. See how he does there with Bruno. It could make a difference.
I think if we didn't have Fabio Vieira, I'd have him. I think, well, from what I've seen of Paquetá, he's a little bit ahead of Vieira, but Vieira is a bit more technical. Yeah. So I'd have him, but he's too similar to Fabio Vieira for me. So, I think Guimaraes would be the perfect partner for him. I really do.
Absolutely. Got one for Isla Coffee as well. Relegation strategy gives us anxiety. Listen, chill, Coffee, chill. You're safe. You're in safe hands.
You're well safer from that. So don't
Absolutely. Panic. We love him. But folks will always be my team. That's the Leslie. How are we the lads? Thank you, Leslie. Bye, John Lottie. Take care of yourself. Have a good day. Thank you for my question, Ready. You deserve it, mate. Big Leicester fan as well, by the way. And good luck on your team as well. It's great watching relegation fights as we are safe. Yes, we are. And take care to any as well. You said talk about points as well. We have got 47 points we've got. So we are safe for the next season.
Yeah, and you could be entering Europe. I think the most interesting thing for me is how you guys cope with extra games as well as domestics.
Exactly,
And
especially in
that's where
Champions
the
League as
fitness
well.
is going to dip.
Mhm.
And I feel, I hate to say it, but Trips might fall victim to that because of his age. I don't want him to.
Yeah.
But when you look at his history, especially Spurs' history, he used to get injured in Europe quite a fair bit, unfortunately. But hopefully he will stay fit for you guys, honestly.
Fingers crossed there. And so that's the case. If that's the case, we're going to go a long way. Can you see us raiding? And can you see us raiding any teams going down? For me, there's reports I'm hearing that Newcastle's going to offer a club record buy for Musa Diaby, the right side of midfielder, plays for Bayern Leverkusen as well. He's been linked. Brennan Johnson as well, according to Leslie, she likes him as well. By the way, I take him. Paquetá from West Ham. I know I said to Paquetá.
What about James Ward-Prowse? Does there nobody want him? He's a set piece taker. I love it.
Yeah,
love it. I know. I did tune in for a bit. I liked it. I've got to go back to it. I've got it on pause at the moment, so I've been watching stuff back. I can't always tune into live, unfortunately. So
yeah, man. Well, I hope you enjoy watching them as well. But look, at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, I think he's good for free kicks and set pieces. That's cool. You know what I mean? Look, if he comes to us, I'll have no problems at all whatsoever. He's 28 though. Are we going to sign a player?
He's got another 5 years in him though.
He has.
At least, I'd say at least 4 or 5 years, I'd say.
Yeah. I think he'd do well for Newcastle and Ward-Prowse came. You know what I mean? He's English as well. And he wants to be playing for England. So if he came to us, cool. I'd take him. Like I think Eddie Howe likes English players as well. McTominay has been linked to us as well. And
what about Billing from Bournemouth? I'm just curious.
Billing,
he's not been bad the last couple of weeks.
He's not. No, he's a good player. He works hard. He works hard for the team. I think he played on Eddie Howe as well, by the way. Yeah, he did. He played under Eddie Howe as well.
Exactly. So I'm thinking he's going to go cherry picking from the cherries, so to speak.
I think so as well. I really do.
He'll bring in players that he's worked with before and he knows what the work rate will, I think. Especially if you need to pad out the squad a bit more.
Yeah. The thing is, though, if we did get Champions League, I think you're going to get a bigger name than Philip Billing, by the way. Let's be fair. I like him, but if we get Champions League, we need a bigger name.
You have to pick a Europe. I get that.
Exactly. I know JWP is good, but I can't get excited about him. That's the Leslie.
Yeah, I'd be exactly the same, Leslie. Okay, he's good, but
could do better. For me, I'll go one player.
If you're just looking at the current bottom 3 teams, who would you pick from each team? That's what I've done. I've gone for JWP, Billing, and probably Paquetá from West Ham at the moment.
Yeah.
So
I'll play Paolini as well from Fulham.
Oh, that's a good call. That is a good call.
That guy, I'll go all over for this guy. Get this guy in, right? Go and get him. Pay double what they paid for him. Bring him up. He's 28, but what a player.
Do you know what? I'd also rescue Sessegnon from Spurs.
Yeah.
He was such a good player at Fulham.
He was.
He needs to be rescued and just get let out of that cage because he's done nothing. He's just
wasted.
Been banished.
He's wasted Tottenham. He's wasted there. He's wasted back.
He should have stayed at Fulham. Should have stayed at Fulham and then moved on somewhere else.
Fair enough. We've got Neves as well for Ala Coffee. That's a good shout as well.
Not for you. I don't like
Not for you.
No. Me and Neves are not friends. No. No. Fair
enough.
No, Newcastle deserve better. Sorry.
Fair enough. Neves, so everything depends on the sponsorship deals. I hope that is the case.
Oh, it does. And also FFP as well, because obviously that's coming in now. I don't think anyone needs to fear it because it does work. They just need to get it right and how it's done. I think they need to look at the Dutch structure of it all. Everyone submits their books. They all get checked. Done. That's all they've got to do. But there's certain clubs that will hide money and do whatever. So...
Exactly. And we've just got a couple more comms before we wrap up the show. For me, JWP offers now with free kicks. Yes, the Cornet or Alvarez or no to Scott McTominay in the summer. McTominay's been linked. And no, he scored twice, 4 goals in Scotland, 4 in two games. But for me, Ryan Fraser is winning for Scotland, right?
Yeah.
Like for Newcastle, not getting the games anyhow. But for me, we definitely need a CDM. But can we do better than Scott McTominay? That is the thing.
Yeah, but
that is the thing.
Is it also a case of him wanting to be that squad player? He won't start every game. He's going to want to go somewhere where he can start, because he's not getting that at Man United every single game, guaranteed.
No.
So there's no way.
No.
Yeah, so he'll have to. He's sort of like, he reminds me. I know Rob Holding's a defender, but that's the kind of player he reminds me of. He's reliable. He's a squad player. He's just always there, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So that's what he reminds me of. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. Fair enough. But we need. It's going to be so exciting in the summer. We definitely need CDM, but I'll go with Cornet or Alvarez before I go for McTominay as well. Palhinha, I'll go for as well. 100%. That guy from Fulham, brilliant. And I heard all Gamelon should sponsors to be banned next season. So we will need a new sponsor. Yes.
How does Qatar Airways sound, guys? Let me know.
Qatar Airways, that'd be brilliant. I mean, fly
we've got Fly Emirates,
yeah.
So you could always have that as a sponsor. The thing is, there's so many to choose from, but with your owners, that kind of connection makes sense to me, if you know what I mean. So I don't know.
There you go. Absolutely.
If you could pick a sponsor, who would it be?
Anything for Saudi Airways, Qatar, kind of Qatar and shirts, not with Saudis, but Saudi from I Like Coffee. Yeah, that's a good shout. And anything Airways as well, and I think that'd be brilliant. Whoever they choose, I mean, even Saudi Golf, that could be a good one as well. So, but then again, we've got to be careful of that.
Oh, exactly. The thing is, with the multi-million industries that run through Saudi Arabia, you'll find one, no problem.
Absolutely,
your owners will have connections as long as the Western world doesn't turn. So,
exactly, totally agree. We'll see what happens in the summer. We might even know before the end.
As long as they don't bring that another green and white kit out for you guys, because it's wrong. I'm sorry, I cannot stand that shirt. It's horrible.
Fair enough.
It's absolutely horrible.
Fair dues. Lottie, nice to see a football fan who doesn't blow smoke on the cells. Sounds a pound lady. She's absolutely right.
Thank you, Diogo.
And she absolutely is. And Saudi makes the shirts looks more cleaner. And that's Saudi. And then got one Qatar Airways when we're owned by Saudis on us. What you saying? No, what I'm saying is I changed it. I pulled it back. Back. I did say that Qatar Airways will not go well with Saudis. Definitely not. And I hope
I shouldn't have said that, to be fair. That was the first airline that come into my head. I'm sorry.
Yeah, fair dues. And thanks for a great show. Glad you enjoyed it, Mighty Mag. I appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
And Ramco, I tell you, that's not a bad shot neither, Lester. That's not a bad shot at all whatsoever.
That isn't a bad shot.
So we're only going to wrap it up there because we've been over an hour and 15 minutes and that. And thanks so much for.
Bloody hell, that flew. I didn't even notice that.
It did, didn't it? It did.
Yeah, it did.
And I've done with the colours. I'm not sure, but I know them. They own the club. Right, we should have more traditional colours. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree there. And always Mighty Man, exactly.
It's a bit like Arsenal with red and white. We've got occasional blue and yellow, and then we have some random colours for the third kit. I mean, our third kit is navy blue and pink this year. It's lovely, don't get me wrong, but it's a bit random.
Fair dues.
But the traditional colours are still there, so to speak. Although the blue is technically in the third kit, but it's not as prominent as it has been in previous years.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Well, all we could do is sort of thing like shirt colours as well. It'd be interesting what we're going to get next season. Hopefully it'll be a different colour next season. I'll go with you, Lottie. Something different. Do you know what I mean? Like, the one couple of years ago, like a red and blue hoop sort of. I loved those shirts as well back in the day. Let's be real. And got one here. Vagina Coffee. Again, everyone say bye. So go for this as well. So before I let go, we got to really backstage. Can you tell us who can find you, please, on your channel and what you do?
You can find me on Twitter at Lottie_AWFC. I'm a mad Arsenal fan. But my specialist content is in women's football. You can find me at Vic Akers Wonderland on YouTube. I've just passed the 40 mark on subscribers. I know it's only a little number, but I'm so proud of myself at the minute because I'm just enjoying my content at the moment. It's great fun. Really enjoying it. I am back with a new episode on Friday. covering all the Champions League over the last 2 days. So, yeah. If you like what you see, just drop a follow, or we can talk men's football on Twitter. That's absolutely fine.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. Do check out the channel; it's absolutely amazing. And I'll be on the channel very soon for the World Cup as well. I'll be there as well.
In the summer. The Lionesses take on the Matildas down under.
Down on that's in the World Cup, isn't it? So
yeah, it's Australia and New Zealand that are hosting it. So
is that an early time? Is that an early start or early time?
It should be an early start. I haven't got the times yet. I haven't managed to look at it because I've got so much going on with the WSL and the Champions League. At the minute, I just haven't had the chance to look. I'll probably look over the next 2 weeks because we're going for international break. Cool. But the Lionesses play Brazil in the Finalismo over Easter, and then we also play Australia, which is really quite exciting. For a warm-up. Then it's the World Cup. Can't wait.
I better start studying as well for it. Is Ella Toon picked as well?
Ella Toon and Russo, they're the best players at Man United. They're not going to be picked. They have been picked for this international break, yes.
Cool. That's fantastic.
Russo's our number 9. She's our only number 9 that I trust. She's got big boots to fill after Ellen White, but I think she'll be all right.
Absolutely. Fingers crossed. We've got to cheer for the lasses as well. And let's hope we do it. Let's do another thing. And so, we're going to wait to see what happens on that sort of thing. So, thanks so much for me. If you like, subscribe, and comment as well. The links are in the description as well. And you know what's all about. I'll see you back. I may not be back I'll be on Lucas' channel tomorrow. I'll be on Macy's channel tomorrow. But I'll be back on Saturday for the live preview. Me and Macy, 5 o'clock for the Newcastle United preview. And on Sunday, I've got to do the watch along with Macy as well. That should be fun. I haven't done a watch along for ages, and that's what I'm going to do. So, keep your eyes peeled for that. And until then, guys, thanks for watching again. And until then, have a fantastic evening, whatever you decide to do. And until then, it's a goodbye.